Last week in round sailing, we hiked in El Yunque, the Puerto Rican rainforest. We explored ancient caves, and sent a message to space. Then we sailed east to the island Vieques and attended a sailor's party. Valerie and Louise left early next morning to sail the last leg in their rally back to Fajardo. We hoisted anchor as well, but set course to Culebra. We needed to prepare a couple of things before our coming passage south across the Caribbean Sea to Bonaire, and that was easier to do in Culebra. We sailed into the bay of Ensenada Honda, and it was so smooth. The reefs keep the swell away, and we sailed in 5.5 knots in perfect flat water. It felt like the wind was pushing Ron and that she was flying.
Yeah, during our sail today, I noticed that I went to the bathroom and I noticed there was a lot of water around here. And it turned out that one of the hoses connected to our water heater in here has cracked. And because we have pressurized water on the boat, if you release the pressure anywhere, if you open a faucet or if you have a crack in a hose, the pump will start pumping water and it won't stop until the tanks are empty. And that's what almost happened today. We lost 100 liters of fresh water into the bilge because one of the hoses to the water heater in here cracked. And I wouldn't have noticed it if it wasn't for me going to the bathroom around that time. But even so, we lost 100 liters of water and it pumped water all over this place. But it's fresh water, so it's not a big deal, but
So much for you the other day, like going 4 times back and forth to the marina to get water in our jerry cans.
To the dock, yeah. But it's an easy fix. We just need to replace this hose, and to be honest, we need to do some work with this in here, because as you can see, there is some parts that doesn't belong in a boat that are rusty. Normal iron stuff. These hose clamps aren't very good, and I need to do an update of this because it's an old boat. I guess this is original from '87, and we haven't looked into this area yet on the boat, so I guess it was a matter of time before something like this would have happened. But now it has happened, so I will look into it. Maybe not change all the parts now, but we should definitely look into it when we're in Curacao. Get some new parts for this. But I should get going and fix this, because right now we don't have any water at all on the boat, because if you turn on the water it will start pumping out it again here. So
Culebra is a really convenient place for sailors. There's everything you need and it's very close by. We took Shabby to get some diesel from the gas station. After getting diesel and water, we went to pick up some fresh fruit and vegetables from the market. The fruits and vegetables come every morning with the ferry from Fajardo in Puerto Rico, and then they sell it in the market.
Malin had been asking me to cut her hair for quite some time, so I finally gave it a try. It wasn't too easy in the windy conditions, but it turned out pretty okay, if you ask me.
I haven't seen it yet. Okay, my new haircut made by Johan, the hairdresser.
You want to see it?
You have some hidden talents, let me see. Oh, it's short.
You happy?
Yes, feels nice, feels fresh.
So it's quite a lot of work to take this apart. I'm going to change it to be a towing generator now. So it's actually very good when you're sailing to have a towing generator. But in this case you need to alter it from being a wind generator. It takes me about, I don't know, 30 minutes to change it. So we don't normally do it if it's just a short day sail. But now we're going to sail for 2 to 3 days, so now we're ready to go. Yeah, this is the propeller that we throw in the water with this line, and it's being towed here. So this generator or alternator will turn and produce some power. So we get about 6 amps if we do 6 knots, about 1 amp per knot of speed. So not very efficient if you compare it to a new towing generator. Probably you will get twice that amount, I think, from a new one. But this one was fairly cheap, so we're happy with that. The only drawback is that because you have the line, it's pretty long. It's about 25-30 meters, 90 to 100 feet. Yeah, because of that, it could be a problem to have a fishing line out as well, because they could get entangled. But we will try to fish this time. When we crossed the Atlantic, we didn't fish that much because we were so dependent on this. But now it's only for a couple of days, so I think we'll take the chance to have 2 lines out and see how that works. I think it will be okay if the waves aren't too big. So let's hope for that.
As we were about to leave for a longer passage, we took Shabby up on the deck, deflated him and tied him down. We were ready to leave and Johan weighed anchor. First thing is to remove the snuffer, which we always use to remove the drag from the windlass. Then he starts to retrieve the anchor chain, while I go forward slowly. Johan signals to me which direction I should go and if I should stop. When dropping and weighing anchor, we try to do the maneuver slowly and without shouting.
Yeah, so we're passing by Vieques. We left Culebra about an hour and a half ago, and yeah, now we can change course and go directly for Bonaire. So I think we have a course of 205 degrees over the round right now, and we have about 410 nautical miles to go. The wind is between 13 to 15 knots apparent, and we're doing between 6 and 6.8 knots. And there are some waves. Marlene is feeling it a bit, so she's down below resting right now. But I think she will be okay in an hour or so. Yeah, it's really hot. And I think it will be really warm the whole trip down to Bonaire actually. Hopefully we won't have any rain, doesn't look like it. So that's good, and could be some squalls though. But no major rains, no rain. Yeah, I think we had a good start.
Cooking food when the swell is up is a challenge. The constant movement of the boat makes it difficult, and you have to be aware not to get boiling water on you, and that things don't just fly away. Potholders are a must in my opinion, and they make cooking a lot easier and safer.
So is the food to your satisfaction?
Yes, it was very good.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling better now. It was good to eat something. Sometimes I feel a bit queasy in the beginning of our sails. I can feel, not always I feel nauseous, but I get very tired. So I just went down below and I had a nap. And that normally helps. It's 6:30 in the evening. The sun is about to set, and we have sailed for 7.5 hours. We've done 47 nautical miles, so that's an average of 6.3 knots of speed, which is pretty good. We're gonna have some dinner soon, and then I think we're gonna watch a movie or continue our X-Files series. And later on this evening we're gonna start with our night shifts. It's almost full moon, so I guess it's gonna be full moon maybe tomorrow or the next day. So that's gonna be really nice, because it's probably gonna be a lot of light or a bright night because of the moon. And that's nice.
It's 5:30 in the morning. The sun is about to rise. Yeah, it's been a good night. Took a reef in the mainsail last evening because the wind picked up a bit. Been having around 20 knots of wind almost the whole night. Some smaller squalls, but nothing too big. Been doing around 6 to 7 knots almost the whole night. So yeah, good sailing, good night. What are you reading?
I'm reading about Pablo Escobar, the drug kingpin from Colombia. Very interesting.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Looking forward to go to Colombia?
Yeah. I think we should take a tour to Medellin. I heard that they actually make Pablo Escobar tours, like sightseeing on the places where he lived. It's so hot today, or not only today, every day. And since we don't have any bimini or like a sun shed out here in the cockpit, it's pretty hard to sit out here during the day.
Yeah.
It's too warm.
We need to solve that.
I really want to come up with a solution so we could like build an arch, put the solar panels on top of them, and then have some canvas so we can actually use the big cockpit.
Yeah. Problem is the boom is a bit too low, but
Yeah.
we
There's
should come up.
always something.
Yeah.
And we saw earlier on the plotter that it's 29 degrees Celsius in the water,
Even out here.
even out here in the middle of the ocean. That's pretty warm. As usual during longer passages, we plot our course on the big paper chart.
Average course 200 degrees. Wind from the east 16 to 22 knots. Distance in 24 hours 155 nautical miles.
We're sailing pretty fast now. We're doing 7.5 knots. We're just up to 8. The wind is coming from the east. We have a beam reach. The wind is between, 15 to
20.
yeah, a bit less, maybe 15 to 18 knots.
But it's been a good sail so far, right?
Yeah, it's been a good fast sail. Haven't seen much though, except from ocean. We've seen only 2 boats in total, to one big ship and a bigger fishing boat. A couple of birds, no sea animals.
No whales.
No whales, no dolphins, no orcas. So Johan is about to take a reef in the mainsail right now. It's getting dark, we're preparing for the night. So we take a reef just to stay comfortable during the night. It also seems like the wind has picked up a little bit right now. I've been pretty tired today. The body is adjusting to be out at sea and especially to be awake at night. One more day, 24 hours left, and one night, and then we arrive in Bonaire.
200 nautical miles to go to Bonaire. So if we continue in the speed we have been going in so far, we'll be there early Friday morning. So one more night after this one. Right now there is a squall passing by in front of us, but it looks like it's going to miss us. Yeah, do 6.5 knots. Albin is below sleeping. This is my first watch for the night, and yeah, the moon is up, so it's going to be a good night, I think. The waves has come down a bit, so it's a lot more comfortable now than it was last night, so that's good.
The night went by fast and easy, and the next day the sun was burning again, and we kept on doing good speed towards Bonaire.
Day 2. Still good sailing in 15 to 20 knots. Beam reach to broad reach. Distance in 24 hours 160 nautical miles. Average course 210 degrees. Visibility good, no traffic, and we're closing in on Bonaire.
Johan retrieved the propeller from the towing generator and threw out the fishing lure.
Yeah, let's see if we can get some fish. Yeah, it looks like our batteries aren't very good anymore. Even if they seem to be fully charged, they discharge too fast. Because, you know, we have like 400 amp hours in AGM batteries.
and normally you should be able to use about 200 of those, but I think we get around 100 amps out of them before they are too low, below 11.5. So something isn't right, so we need to look into that when we get to Curacao, maybe replace them, which is not so fun because they're pretty expensive.
No fishing luck. So in Bonaire you are not allowed to anchor because they want to protect the seabed. So they have mooring balls that you pay $12 per night for, and all the mooring balls are in a line in front of the city, Aldenmark, and yeah, so we're gonna pick one of those mooring balls, and I think we're gonna go straight to land to check in, and yeah, then we're gonna relax. So we're gonna, yeah, yes, det var det.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. Over and out. Johan is usually the one who cooks on the way, since he never gets seasick. It's midnight. We have a bit less than 40 nautical miles left. We have 13 to 14 knots wind apparent. Johan's asleep. I'm on my watch, my first night watch. Yeah, last night at sea.
So, it's 3:30 Friday morning. We're sailing on the east coast of Bonaire, just off the coast, and we have about 10 nautical miles to go to where we have the mooring balls. So it looks like we're going to make landfall before sunrise, but that should be okay here. It's pretty deep all around the island here, so no reefs or anything like that. So we're just going to sail south to the southern tip of the island, and then we're going to turn north and head up to the main village, Dyke. It would be nice to get some proper sleep. I'm pretty tired. We arrived just before sunrise. We found a perfect spot and hit the bed immediately to get some well-needed sleep.
So we have done the check-in here in Bonaire. It was free, no charge. That's great. Later on we're gonna go and pay for the mooring ball. That's $10 a night because it's not allowed to anchor anywhere around this island to protect the corals and the seabed. So it feels great to be here in Bonaire. It looks so beautiful so far. And yeah, after 65 hours we're here. We crossed the Caribbean Sea, and now we're gonna explore this island.
Thank you for watching episode 59. Please give a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode and hit the subscribe button to see more. Stay tuned for next week's episode from Bonaire with lots of diving.